While this is an episode of Driving with Jonny, why drive when you can helicopter into the Duke of Richmond summer garden party?
Hi there, you're watching Driving with Jonny. I'm Jonny, only this time we're not driving, but we're in England. We're here at Goodwood at the Festival of Speed. And I figured we'd start off in the parking lot. Look, a TVR. Like, this is insane. So if you show up to the Festival of Speed with a cool car, you get to park here, and like, this is insane. Look at this stuff. I don't know where to start. Like, somebody has a Cadillac CTSV 3rd gen here in England. Oh look, M3 competition wagon, and like, this is like one small corner. It's not even like, well, let's take a walk. Come this way. And like, it's kind of grouped by brand. So like, we got like the BMWs, little B5 GT action, M3 CS. I'll get the cars. No one needs to see me. Yeah. Nice M4s. And then like, there's the Audi row. And of course, they're all wagons and R8s, because why would you have any sort of wagon that wasn't any sort of Audi that's not a wagon or an R8, including, look, an RS4. That's the coolest. This is such a tragedy. So when remember, they sold the sedan version in the States, and for the wagon, they relocated the battery to the back end. And because they moved the battery, they would have had to crash test it again. So they never brought it to the States. We never got it. But like, so cool, so good. The 458, we like that. There's the theory that, you want a Ferrari in any color other than red, which isn't necessarily true, but I have 2 blue cars, which I think will prove that point. Parasangue, kind of odd looking, but look at this, Pista and an SF90 in blue, and they're just fantastic. Look at these two, right? I mean, look at both of them. They're just so good. And then you look at, like, red 458 Spider. It's like, yeah, it paint's off.
What do we think of the silver 456?
Yeah, we like it. It needs a wash, but it's good. Yellow Gordon Murray T50 up there, which is, boy, yellow solves a lot of that car's design issues. They had one in the States. We couldn't drive it, but we get a ride. And so none other than Dario Franchitti gave me a ride up Angeles Crest in the blue one of these. Obviously being driven by Dario in anything is cool, and this was particularly cool. But the AC was broken because British cars, and it was like August, it was like 95 degrees, and like, after a while I'm like, do you want to stop? He's like, yeah, let's get a Coke. And then what was cool was the next day he brought it to Leno's, and so they parked next to Leno's F1, and I got to really look at these things side by side, and it's like, it really is just an update of the F1, including the sucker fan. I forgot, or never knew, F1 actually had 2 little fans kind of behind the engine pointing down that acted like a sucker, but they weren't nearly as functional as this one is. And you can see how big that is, and you can see it's not a hybrid, but it runs off like a hybrid style power system, so it's got a lot of voltage. Cool car, center seating, 11,000 RPM redline, or whatever the hell it is. Manual, V12, screamer, light. We like that. So this is the Tuscan. I think it's the Tuscan S. And like, just look at the lines of this thing. So unique, so awesome. I think this was the V8. All the rest were like big straight 6s, but this is actually like a 4-liter or 4.2 liter V8, I forget. Look at this thing. It's so cool. And like, you can see it's parked next to this Lotus, and it's like, width-wise, it's not much different in terms of width than the Lotus. Just look how cool that front end is. It's so good. Like, it's just aged so well. To stand out in this parking lot, you have to be something pretty special, and I think that the Tuscan here really is special. It's just fantastic. And you can see, just real quick, Mr. Cameraman, like the width between the little Lotus, right? Like, it's not much wider than that. It's a pretty small car. In fact, it might be the same width. There's some pretty outrageous stuff down here. There's lots of F-types and Porsches and R8s and all that good stuff. Oh, and of course a Z. You gotta have a Z. Not sure how that got in there. No, that's me. But like, look, there's a 12-cylindry in gold. I believe these belong to a gentleman named Shmee.
The SF90XX, Dodici, and Ford GT are all Shmee cars.
Oh, okay. Well,
and this is George Williams' car, the photographer fella.
That's great, yeah.
That's he just started that like Lotus Safari kind of like resto mod program thing.
Yeah, well, I'm in the wrong line of work if these are Schmies. But also, look, look at this Corvette. So when my ship comes in, whatever that looks like, I will get a C3 Corvette. I had one, and they're just so cool. And it looks really good here because it's just so different. You just don't see them in England. Chichester. Southampton, as I like to call it. Plus a 4GT, we like that. Plus a Porsche that looks like a Singer that isn't a Porsche. Plus, look at that Mercedes. Let's go look at that. That's cool. That's some DTM action there. Also, when my ship comes in, I will get this era, either 190 or probably a 300E, and chop the roof down 2 or 3 inches. I saw one time. It's the coolest looking thing. Just lower the seat a little bit. And then McLaren's, Senna, dark colors help it a lot. The Artura, actually, that's the 750, I believe, which is pretty good. But the Artura is really cool looking. If you looked at the rear deck of an Artura, this is some sexy stuff. Flying buttresses and just that, like, you know, octagonal metal. I don't know, I think it's very cool looking. Probably should have had outlets like a 600 LT, you know? Oh, look, there's a 600 LT. We can see what I'm talking about. These are so cool. I still gotta spend some time with an Artura, but I can't believe it's better than this. Such a good car. But yeah, so this is just, again, the parking lot for the Festival of Speed. Now, we're gonna go ahead and enter.
I hadn't been to the festival in 8 years. Man, has it gotten big and more crowded. That said, the cars are better than ever.
Right, so I'm here with this is Shaffer. This is the Goodwood house.
I want to go see some Bugattis. We saw some Veyrons.
Okay, Shaffer, so we got a Veyron.
I already feel stupid now that they're sitting in front of me. I'm forgetting. Okay, so this is the. Is this
Veyron.
Yeah, but it's got
the
yeah. So it's a super sport, right?
Sport. Oh, in all black. That's killer.
Technically two-tone. This is pretty cool, actually. Painted black and bare carbon, so still technically two-tone.
I think that if you have a Nakaduck, you're a good car. It's as easy as that, right?
Yeah, I could subscribe to that logic.
Okay, and then here's
this
regular
is old bog standard. This is like the one that made all the press rounds. Maybe this is the car that all the buff books had back in the day.
No, it's not. Ask me how I know.
That's
a good plate. That's a good plate.
I do really appreciate when people that have $1 million cars have the sense of humor for the right plate.
So I said this when I was doing that Revuelto video, but like for me, this was just the car where I was like, I've got to do this professionally because like I'll never be able to afford it, and like I want to drive this before I leave planet Earth. You know what I mean?
That's how I feel right now about the F80, based on your words.
Bro, yeah, the F80 makes these things seem like fat bugs. But look at another black one. Wow.
Murdered out with a blood red interior.
That's really good. That's the other thing. We don't spend enough time talking about Bugatti interiors. They are like just aces.
Let's come around and even just walking by that one, the turn signal stalks and the.
Oh yeah, so fucking good.
I've never been inside one, but
really?
Yeah.
What about that Vitesse?
I was in an EB 110, but that was a bit of a far cry from current Bugatti build standards.
EB 110s are rad. They really are.
I got to putz it around Pebble Beach at about 6 miles per hour, and it was rad, but I don't think it's comparable to what we're standing in front of right now.
No, so I've driven a Grand Sport and a Vitesse.
Yeah. Which would you have?
Vitesse. I would.
And why?
The Vitesse is seriously one of just the greatest cars on planet Earth. It's got to be one of them.
Wait, so this is Grand Sport Vitesse.
Oh, this is a Vitesse. All right. So Grand Sport meant it was the top came off and it was 1,000 horsepower.
Right.
And the Vitesse is 1,200 horsepower.
Right. So this is both.
Okay.
The top comes off, and this was also, I think it was pretty rare. It was like the flicky solar changing.
Oh yeah.
Glass
the
roof.
Yeah. Maybe, but like if you have a Vitesse, the roof is off, bro. Because so here's the thing, like as far as engine sounds go, like it's 8 liters, so it's like real guttural. And then the 4 turbos, it makes it sound just like it's like a steam factory. It's just like the weirdest noise for an engine, and with the roof off, it's just so cool.
This was, I mean, the subtle changes between even like the first generation And then the later, like even it's always insane, obviously, how much wheels can change a car. But the Grand Vitesse wheels
so
to
good. Oh, those are the original. So those look like the cars from the 30s.
right,
And then
which
these
is
are like, just, yeah.
right, XP 5.5.
So this must be a prototype. This prototype was fitted with special aerodynamic front wings. So there you go. Good eye. Good eye, Shaffer. This is why I gotta do more stuff with Shaffer.
You drive the cars, I look at the cars.
Or something like that, yeah. I can't, I'm wearing sunglasses. I can't even see what you're talking about.
That does look kind of fantastic, though.
Yeah, you're talking about this.
Yeah.
The speed hole here, kids.
Yeah.
All right,
Because
so.
now look how it's cleaner, but now it looks so blunt and kind of underwhelming. To your point of Nakaducks means a good cars means a good car.
Yes.
The more speed holes, the better.
Yes.
That's why that was always my metric for the Vector.
Right.
The biggest speed holes.
I think Bugatti's the rare kind of car where like just the fancier and like I would never get a car in this color unless it was this car.
Yeah.
This is like perfect.
Well, what's going on in the vents here too? What is this like milled? Wow. Oh. I guess that's just the grading. It's just bright metal instead of
platinum,
camouflaged.
So this is just a bog standard, as you say.
Yeah.
So
No, well, it's
16.4. Yeah.
So it's a little bit later because it has.
No, 16.4 is still the Veyron, just a regular old plain old.
But this. So when did the headlights change? Because even on the prototype car over there, it was just like 3 bulbs, and these are the cool kind of like echoed Art Deco wing
as
headlights.
far as I know, I don't think they made any running changes, but they all the production cars seem to have that.
There was a headlight change though.
Okay.
I think. So any Bugatti owners, feel free to
chime in.
comment below.
All right, so that's how many Veyrons? 6 Veyrons. That's pretty good.
Half a
6
dozen.
out of 500.
Yeah. So how many cylinders is that? What's the quick math?
Oh,
how many
6
cylinders?
times 16. Oh, you got me, man. Yeah, couldn't tell you. That's a lot. All right. So we got some sort of Superleggera touring or touring Superleggera. Now remember, nobody likes old cars, so you won't care about this.
Nothing to learn from the past.
Just remember,
so,
but you had an observation.
I was noticing how symmetrical the entire dash is, which I didn't. Obviously, that's pretty common now for global markets and swapping the steering wheel to one side while the iPad stays in the middle. But I didn't think that was such a consideration 100 years ago.
That's actually what I like best about old cars is you learn there's literally nothing new. Like everything you think is new on a car was thought of in like 1910, and they just didn't have software. They'd do it with hardware. Like, do you remember?
Wait, are these what are the turn signals?
Trafficators.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Those are trafficators. Oh man. Oh, it's a Bristol Superleggera. Okay.
Getting lost with MapQuest paper directions.
Yeah. Well, God, I fucking love Vegas. These are so cool. So Fossil Vega was this French company. I mean, look at this thing. Super elegant 50s cars. And they would put usually big Chrysler motors in here, like Hemis or. So look at that. That's a face.
That's got presence.
Oh. So yeah, HK 500. And
I think we should bring back more written badges on the front.
Yeah, exactly. So someone peeks in the rear view. So good. Here's another one. I think it's in Facile. Hang on. Yeah, Facile 2. So that one's a 1.
And one more.
Wow. Yeah, that's another HK 500, I believe. Facile 2. So this is a big Chrysler 6.3 liter. Remember, you're watching this. You don't like this because nobody cares about old cars. Always have to remember that. You don't care about this. No one likes this.
The biggest waste of ignoring old cars is taking inspiration to outfit your new cars.
He's learned all that BMWs, bog standard BMWs can teach him. He needs to now get into this market.
The deep cuts.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Look at that. Look at that on the spoiler, the chin spoiler. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'll put graphics on my 850. Fuck it, man. That's more Stuttgart. Munich, you'd like. In time to rinse out our lederhosen from last night's nefarious activities which we cannot talk about.
Move in on the seats. Look at the seat inserts. Oh, buddy.
All right, so the other thing y'all should know about Mr. Shaffer here is that, like, world's biggest Ferrari dork. And the cars very well might be good, but he doesn't care if they're good or not. He likes them anyways.
Well, that's the thing is they are good. It's Ferrari. Like they're Ferrari.
Well, what do we make of this?
So this is my second time seeing a Dodici in the flesh. I saw
What's the full name in Italian?
Dodici Cilindri.
Yeah.
Apologies for that pronunciation.
I was with Ferrari and they were actually yelling at whoever, like the engineers were getting yelled at by the stylists or the PR people, like, don't come up with such a horrible name next time.
It's fun when you have to say it, but most people will be saying it incorrectly.
Say it
like
again.
I just Dodici Cilindri. I think, are you Italian?
No,
Oh.
not from it.
But do you know how to say it properly?
Dodici Cilindri.
Okay, all right.
Dodici
It's better with
Cilindri.
British.
All
British
right,
sounds really better than us too.
Yeah.
Italian.
Yeah, we just say 12 cylindry. But it does look better in person.
I mean, I knew looking at the photos right off the bat. Like I was just having the conversation. As a photographer, photos never do justice to the proportion, the
And the
stance.
three-dimensionality.
Yeah, so I mean, I do love this car as an homage to the Daytona. I love the blacked out nose. Shit, like Ferrari is really, really, I think more than any other manufacturer right now, and I'm saying this with all my bias in the world, but I still say they are more than anyone else designing their cars with shape. They're not just throwing the Roma right there, right fucking there. So sorry, right
Yeah,
there.
you can cuss, it's fine. Yeah.
There's no random swoops. There's no random just accent lines. It is a perfect coupe shape. The Roma, I think, is an homage to a design era without recalling any specific car.
Yeah, it's La Dolce Vita.
Yeah, and that's the Roma. The Dodici Cilindri is recalling the Daytona very specifically.
Which is weird because they have an SP3 Daytona already. I guess they really like Daytonas.
Well, that's an homage for the name of the race that the 330s won.
Listen to this guy. that doesn't matter. All right, well,
Even I think that the Dodici Cilindri could have been an SP car. I think it's such a proper homage to the Daytona design.
there you go. Yeah, we like that. All right, let's go look at the red car. There's only one red Ferrari here. And that is the F80.
I do also I wonder, now that Ferrari's finally listened and they're debuting cars in colors that are not red, I wonder if they're keeping red specific to the specials.
Well, no.
For debut colors, I mean.
Nah, I mean, they debuted this car to the owners in yellow, and we saw it.
Okay.
They wouldn't let us photograph it, but it was in the yellow.
Yeah.
And then they had the unpainted carbon one to the launch, which was just so effing sick. Like, oh god.
Yeah.
But there it is, best driving car I've ever driven. Just
Look at this thing.
Very sick.
This is my first time seeing it in person, and just like something, there's so much going on in the car. The big wacky Nakaducks right behind the greenhouse and the blunt. But like, look how many lines there are in the hood. Like behind the black kind of unibrow thing. The first vent, you can't see it from here, but you've pointed out like you can see the pavement through that vent.
Yeah.
There's so much.
Yeah, the aero again. Once you get the talk of like how the aerodynamics on this car works, you're just like, it's insane. It's so cool looking. But what do you have to say to all the people on the internet who say it's ugly?
There's a stupidity
Let's be
epidemic.
real. Yeah.
We know most of the
Yes.
world is stupid these days. but-
Okay, and getting dumber.
yeah.
All right, moving off Ferrari, we got the Vautour.
Yes.
I hate to ever give Ed Lowe a compliment, but he did say, "Oh, it's a 2032 Infiniti G37," and he kind of nailed it.
This is my first time seeing one of these in the flesh too. My only criticism to it would be like because this is what, a $3 million something dollar
Yeah, it's
car?
around there.
It doesn't, from the outside, it's not so wildly different from the standard
Yeah.
Continental.
That's something a lot of people have mentioned.
But and that's the design. I don't know dynamically if there's something to.
I mean, it gets like 50 more horsepower and no back seat. I don't know.
But I do also think maybe it was just the one special. All right, so this is the shit that I love. Like we were just saying with Wyra Pagani, like more leather straps on the outside,
Yes.
more embroidery on the outside of the car,
Yes,
please.
yes.
More leather piping and embroidery. And I
Yes.
think the I don't know if it's the engine start knob, whatever that is. I think that's actual rose gold.
Sure.
So more actual precious metals, like
All right.
that's and rose gold at the 12 o'clock on the steering wheel.
Gotta have it.
That's the kind of stuff
Yeah.
that's adding the
Yeah, 'cause
zeros.
if you're not wearing your seatbelt, you want your skull split open by gold. That's my motto in life. Singer turbo-y thingies.
Yes, we like this.
Actually, this is just a Carrera coupe. It really looks
Oh yeah,
like a
'cause
turbo.
it's got the pop-up fog light thingies.
That's actually pretty slick.
Yeah.
I like the pop-up fog lights. We like singers. In theory, I've never driven one, but this is a really good. This is like signal yellow with great wheels. This is fantastic.
These wheels are kind of nuts in person. There's a lot of they're creamy.
I really like this.
Nem használt gumi, látod?
These wheels are so white, and they're going to even out that German's t-shirt tan.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I don't know. It's hard to focus on anything when an F80's across the way.
Well, yeah, it's probably true. But anyways, this gives you a flavor of what it's like to walk around this supercar paddock here at Goodwood. I'm gonna turn this off and let Shaffer go get arrested for doing weird things to the F80. Yeah. All right. Bye.
Yeah, so basically the car is called Wyra Revo Roadster because it's the evolution of the Wyra R. So basically, of course, the Roadster because as the car is now in exposition, we have the open top configuration.
And real quick, so this poor chief engineer is he's holding
The cover.
for us because let's say it's raining and you want to go out on the track, that piece just fits right in there, and then you have a coupe.
Exactly, yes.
It's wild. That's
Yes.
totally wild.
Absolutely. It's also that romanticism that Horacio in the 50s and the 60s, where drivers were more exposed to the external elements, right? So now the customers can even enjoy the sound of the new engine that we received from HWA, specifically.
What's the difference between the Wyra R, which is the best sounding engine of all time, and the new engine?
So there are a lot of modifications done on the power units. Of course, the new trumpet design, like you can see, the snorkel has been completely pushed forward. We have the air intake manifolds, the new camshafts have been updated, the specific calibration for the engine. We have about 50 horsepower more. The red line has been augmented also. Now we push it till 9,200 RPM, and it's still an extremely light engine. So the entire power unit weighs 190 kilos.
Right. So that's like 420 pounds, but it's a giant V12.
It's a giant V12,
Yeah,
60
so that's-
degrees.
That's awesome. Yeah. And then you were saying it's like longer. It's 10 centimeters longer.
In the front, yes.
Yeah.
And
then
then,
so all new flicks, all new aero.
yes, all these parts have been completely redesigned compared to the Wyra R. And it's a 5 meter long car, right? It's a bit of tribute to the 917 Longtail, which is
Yeah.
Horacio's favorite car.
I mean, he has good taste, that guy. Yeah.
So here you can see this bonnet is the biggest piece of carbon fiber we ever made.
Really?
It's almost 4
Really?
square meters. Yeah.
That's insane.
You need 3 people to laminate the sheets because it's so big.
So real quick, so I've been to the Atelier, and what's wild about Pagani's is that they literally have a room where you lay all the pieces out and like
By
arrange
hand.
them like a puzzle by hand.
It really is, yes.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yes,
Wow.
I think that roughly 50 people work on the carbon fiber components for one car. One
so
car per
cool.
week.
That's so cool. So you're making 35 of these.
Exactly.
Okay, and it was 30 of the Wyra R.
Yes. And then we had 15 Zonda R, 10
Wow.
Zonda R and 5 Revolution.
Right.
So the big novelty of the car, of course, is the heave damper that you see here,
Yes.
which regulates the body height when the car is at high speeds, over 300 kph, and it's independent from the other suspension arms that you see here, right?
And so what that does, okay, so in other words, you don't want the car going up or down too much because
Scratching.
it'll change the aero.
Absolutely,
and scratch,
yes.
Yeah. That's friggin' wild. Yeah.
The third element, right?
That's so cool. That's so cool. There's, you can see in blue back there, that's the regular damper. And then they got this cool heave damper.
The 4 suspensions that you see here, all the
So
work for
cool.
the brake cooling,
Wow.
all the carbon fiber.
It's just great. I was lucky enough, I got to drive the Wyra R around Coda, and it was just such a treat. I mean, it's just like, you know, it's a race car. It's just great.
Yes.
And it was funny because I got to be a passenger in it. And when you're a passenger, you know, like, oh, that little part was like bumpy or whatever. You have all kinds of dumb thoughts. And then when you drive it, it's just hammered down and like, it was so much fun.
It's really the closest what we have to a Le Mans prototype today, right? So it meets also all the FIA regulations in terms of safety, because we worked also with HWA on the safe cell.
Right.
So they have the racing in their DNA, and Horacio always pushes to improve safety. And I mean,
yeah.
when you look at the
And the
monocoque,
interior is so cool.
how high it is here on the Brancardo,
Yeah.
and then the seats are integrated inside the monocoque. Yeah, you can have the pedals moving forwards.
And so this is the kind of thing where, like, I would go to the atelier and I would get my body measured, and you'd mold the seat around
Yes.
my shape.
Exactly. Yeah.
So no one else can drive it. Haha. New steering wheel.
Yes, exactly.
So cool. New screen. You said there's a backup camera.
Yeah, so we have here the rear view camera
That's
for
so
traffic on track with the distance.
Oh, with the distance, that's
yeah,
why.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I see that. That's so cool. You can see the distance on the left there.
And then here we have the manettino for the ABS and traction control, which can be,
Yeah.
of course, set up by the driver.
I did that. I remember I put traction control at like 6 or something. So
Yeah.
it's
Also
cool.
brake balance in the middle there. You can see under ignition and main.
Yeah, right there.
For
yeah.
front and rear.
Super cool.
All the dampers, you can also modify the
Wow.
settings.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta drive this thing.
Yes,
Super
we need to
cool.
get you in the car,
I
Johnny.
love it. You heard it here. All right. So
Wida R Evo Roadster.
I'm Tom Barker and I'm product manager for Valhalla.
And this is the Aston Martin Valhalla, which is like very exciting because aside from Valkyrie, it's first mid-engine.
It is. So it's our
Aston.
first series production mid-engine. And what's impressive about Valhalla is it's a car of so many firsts for us. It's our first plug-in hybrid, it's our first DCT, and at 999 units, it really is a special vehicle for us. So Valhalla, we have at the rear a 4-litre twin-turbo V8, which is our most powerful V8 that we've ever put into a production vehicle at 828 PS. That combined with the electric motors putting out 251 PS gives you 1,079 PS or 1,064 brake horsepower.
Right.
Altogether, 1,100 Newton meters of torque or around over 800 pounds-feet.
Yeah. So it moves, and it's really cool looking as well. And then so like compare this to like Valkyrie, which I know Valkyrie is like a aerodynamicist fever dream.
Yeah,
Right?
that's it. Like Valkyrie was born for the racetrack,
Right.
absolutely usable on road, but it was an extreme personality.
Yeah.
And with Valhalla, we've really wanted to give you that ultimate performance, both on road and on track. So it's what we would call 50-50 when we've been planning this vehicle. So in Sport and Sport Plus, we've given it real fun to drive metrics. So when you're driving it, it's engaging. And then when you take it on the racetrack, you get that full active aero. That's 610 kilograms of downforce from 150 miles per hour. And on the front axle, full torque vectoring.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then when does this go on sale?
So we will have customer deliveries from H2 this year.
Okay.
And we're really excited for that out of that 999 production run.
And then obviously this will be sold in the United States of America.
Yes, 100%.
All right. Yeah, we like that. Cool. Well, we're excited because just your current product lineup is quite good, and people that watch my stuff, like, I'm so in love with Vanquish, I can't even put it into words. So I'm excited to see what a mid-engine version of that design team and engineering team puts out. So yeah, cool. Thanks for talking to us.
No, thank you
really
very much.
appreciate it. This is like the Leviathan class of cars. Barnado, Hassan, I'm sure that's Wolf Barnado, who was took over Bentley from W.O. Bentley. But, sure, it's super cool. So that's the Beast of Turin. And it's something absolutely insane. Like it's a 28 point something liter 4-cylinder. Idle is at 90. Redline is 900, but it's just all torque, chain drive torque. And this thing, open headers, so those two black holes there, flames just spit out of those. This thing's almost lit me on fire twice over the years. It's just the coolest car. Come to Goodwood, one of the reasons to come. It's see the Beast of Turin. So he's gonna fire this up, which I don't know, I was gonna hit him, right? Yeah.
Of course, there was more to see than just cars standing still. The main event, what every single person had come here to watch, was cars racing up the Duke's driveway. And here are but a few of those glorious machines and the wonderful sounds they make.
Well, you have to be on it for it to make it.
That's the Zenvo Aurora thing. And the camo.
Yeah.
This is what the paddocks look like at the festival. Jackie Stewart, he's pretty good. Look at these things. Like,
That's my knee. I mean, it's just insane. Insane. Jackie Stewart's here. He was just on stage with Bernie Ecclestone and hanging out with his kid who's driving these things. Oh man, old Lotus F1 cars are the coolest things. Look at this. Oh man, Fittipaldi. I once got a tour of the, it's like the Lotus F1 museum. It's across the street from the factory in Ethel. They have everything there, and it's just so unimaginably cool. Just so cool. Wow. Let's keep wandering. Must see something else. Oh yeah, Mario Andretti. Yeah, he's good. It's just nuts. This whole thing's nuts. Oh yeah, I love this car. Don't know the driver, but like, look at this. Gordon Murray left Lotus, went to McLaren, but like, what a weird looking thing. It's one of the ugliest Grand Prix cars of all time, but so ugly it's cool. Plus, we love anything with cocks on it. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Just fantastic. And on for like acres. There's acres and acres of cars here. Camel livery. Look at that. Come on. Hey. This is probably the most valuable car here. 30 million bucks. I think this is the one that won in 95, 24-hour Le Mans. Yep, that's pretty cool. You know what sucks is my buddy Justin Bell is here driving the white one that him and his dad raced, Derek Bell, in 96 at Le Mans. And I texted him and I'm like, yo bro, you got the passenger seats in that thing? And he's like, yeah, but they're not letting us take anyone up the hill.
Well, here's a car I'm curious about. This is the Red Bull RB17, the energy drink and F1 powerhouse's first ever production car. While not street legal, the plan is to kick the Valkyrie AMR's butt on a racetrack. Sure, why not?
I mean, that's a good Audi. This is an insane Audi. This is real. This is real. This is insane. Silver Aero car, Type D. This is like the final supercharged V16, I want to say. Main engine, undrivable, awesome. Rossmeyer, the whole thing. Super Nazi, but you know, cars are still cool. Why do I say super Nazi? Yeah, just because the Nazis were funding it. They were just trying to, you know, assert dominance, but you know, we defeated them. So, oh, how cool is this? Look at this. God, I think I was at this race. This is like one of the last times R18. Yeah, it's one of the last times Audi won Le Mans. Super cool. Close to $100 million car. This is one of the W196s, Silver Aero. Unbelievable. And yeah, that's what the in-period seats look like. So cool. And even cooler. So this might actually be as close to a priceless car as exists. The one that, the 722, the one that Moss and Jenks drove in the Mille Miglia, set the record 10 hours and 7 minutes or whatever to go 1,000 miles. Might be priceless. It's been retired. This is the same type of car. Yeah, and they say, it's funny, the open version is the most valuable car because little Mazda action there.
Yeah, so if you aren't familiar with Sir Stirling Moss and Dennis Jenkinson's win in the 1955 Mille Miglia in the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR, stop what you're doing, type "with Moss in the Mille Miglia, Jenks" into Google and strap in. what unfolds is a first-hand account of what's perhaps the greatest accomplishment in the history of sports. The duo managed to complete the grueling 1,000-mile race in 10 hours and 7 minutes, setting a record that will stand for eternity and inventing rally pace notes along the way. How amazing was Moss's drive that day? He finished 30 minutes ahead of his friend and rival, F1 legend Juan Manuel Fangio. Amazing.
Oh yeah. First of all, they gotta bring cigarettes back just for advertising on race cars. It's so cool. This is a Porsche 962C, and when I was a kid, the 956 and the 962 were just like the ultimate race cars. I think the 956 looked better. I know this was, but actually, so kind of very tragically, Jochen Moss there, the top guy, was a friend of mine, died earlier this year. Such a cool dude. But I remember we were at dinner one time and we asked him, like, hey, what's your favorite race car? You know, and he said, oh, well, you know, the 956, like, I liked it better. It's easier to drive. But the 962 was faster and more successful. And then he stops himself and he says, but, you know, the Porsche 917 was the only car I ever got wheel spin at 200 miles an hour. So, anyhow, I miss Jochen.
And then there were the 4 McLaren F1s parked next to each other. Actually, another point I walked by, and there was 5. And if each one is worth $25 million, then that's like an eighth of $1 billion parked right there. Just 5 cars. And if each one is worth $30 million, well, you get the idea. And again, this is just a tiny sliver of the cars that are on display at the 2025 Goodwood Festival of Speed. If you ever get the chance to attend, jump on it. For the love of the automobile, you simply have to. Thanks so much for watching this walking around version of Driving with Jonny. Please go ahead and like, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you next week on a brand new episode of Driving with Jonny.